No, the reason was, of course, to say goodbye to George, Hindu, and Marcus. And well, I was thinking about this, I now realize it is already the third time in my term of duty in PNG that I'm saying goodbye to one of our advisors. They're all leaving me behind, looking for greener pastures. And I feel I'm becoming a specialist in farewell speeches in PNG.
Marcus, don't shake me.
This time,
don't shake me.
In George's case, the situation is a bit different. First of all, he's moving out to a country, neighboring country, nearby, a Melanesian family. So that is reassuring for all your friends. You know that somehow you will be around.
Yeah.
Maybe less reassuring for some of your folks, if there are any, because the same thing applies to them as well, of course. You'll still be around.
Tell Michael.
Secondly, there is another
Tell Michael's giving you. Michael's giving you. He's giving you.
And that the fact is that George is moving out not as an advisor, but as a fresh new delegate. So he's moving, making a horizontal move, and a vertical move, sea ladder at the same time. I have already conveyed my congratulations for that on other occasions. It's a compliment to yourself in the first place. Perhaps, as I said earlier, also a compliment to PNG, because it so appears that PNG is sort of a good training ground for EC staff. And in this country, as I said, the climate and the soil and so on can grow anything. Cocoa, taro, sweet potato, even. What else? Well, there is indeed something else, and that is that George has been with us much shorter than we had expected and hoped for. Just, what did maybe not so.
Yes, it can't be 2 years
It's
yet.
all the more remarkable that he has already left, and we will realize later that he will be leaving sort of, well, some memories, a lasting imprint on our work in the office. And what I will certainly, you may add some of your own, but what I will certainly miss in the future is his voice. And his very generous and hearty way of laughing, which could be heard all over the office.
The best medicine.
That was quite remarkable, I think. I always realized when it was quiet in the office, George must be on mission. Well, I don't know if you have other features which we will be recalling in the future.
They keep getting
Our
stolen though.
methods. And enhanced our throughput and whatever. I'm not very much of an expert in that area. But what I do know very well is that in earlier times, before George Wire came in, the Ante Wire, when I got them document on my desk, I sent it out and I was quite sure I wouldn't see it back in a couple of days. Now with this computer business, I would see it back in just a couple of hours or even minutes. So I have had some trouble in keeping abreast of all this. And I don't know if I will miss that very much. say goodbye to George is just half the story. Man has always better half.
And he says that.
Even a better half himself, which is Hindu. She may now share in Honiara the perks, but not just the perks, also the burden of your official duties over there. It's not really a big deal. We would have loved to be here and did her jumping part of the treatment. She simply couldn't make it. I understand that Felicity has given you already some advice on the logistics of being a delegate's wife there. But as I said earlier, after all, it may not be that much of a big deal. I'm confident that soon you will manage. And if you don't, or if you feel there is an emergency, diplomatic incident, or whatever, as I said earlier. So thank you very much. We wish you all the best. To wind up, there is in our office a tradition not to say goodbye to anybody without proof of our appreciation. So that's the hat. We set up a special fund, George Wire complimentary fund. And we prepared the financing proposal, we got an appraisal, a favorable opinion of our committee, and so on and so on, financing decision. Into all this as well, we have a commitment, and then what really matters is the disbursement. And in Brussels that takes months, we did it in just okay.
That's a record.
So Carol, why don't you come up with this present, and it's on behalf of both the executive and the local staff. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have a few thoughts put down on a piece of paper, which to arrive here a month after you had made the move from Pacific View to our splendid location just across the way is the lodge. And quite frankly, it's the most delightful office I've ever had the privilege to work in and would expect to work in my whole life. But that's not obviously the whole of it. The important thing is, of course, the people who are in that office. And I think it's a credit to the delegate, to all the staff, that in that office prevails, I think, an extraordinarily happy atmosphere. Learn as you go. John too has now become fully work president, computed. He's joined the club. I'm disappointed, Arnold, you haven't joined the club. Not joined the club, but anyway. It's very important, I think, for the efficiency of our office that we continue on Charlotte, John Loftus. John has done a very fine job in organizing week in, week out the names of the players who will play on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. It has gone up. Yours, Arnold, has gone up, that's for sure. John has gone up. John has gone up. But anyway, we have tried. When I come to other sports, golf we played occasionally. I know Pam and Tim are excellent golfers. We haven't played with you. I think when we go to Honiara, we will certainly be looking at our golf clubs while keeping our tennis clubs close at hand. I remember a very fine game of golf with John. John, I think, is a talented golfer. I mean it sincerely. John has a real talent to golf. And there was one day when I might just come even with him. We sang a little bit in various past places and so on. But one of our big things here, if you like, was singing the Messiah. Something we never thought we would aspire to, but somehow the Port Moresby Choral Society, John Vince and Tim were kind of it. Marcus, as you see, has grown up during our time here. He's a little bit cross with Daddy today because we had a contretemps earlier. but he's enjoyed it tremendously. We'll remember this occasion. His friend Michael is here. Michael, who lives next door, has been a great friend to Marcus. He's taught him the basics of cricket.